At this hour, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is on Capitol Hill testifying before a House hearing about the budget increase for DHS outlined in President Trump's 2026 budget proposal. Scripps News Global Affairs correspondent Maya Rodriguez is live in our Washington, D.C. newsroom, and she has the latest. And Maya, so what have the questions from members of Congress really focused on so far?
Yeah, Holly, so the questions have run the gamut, really, when it comes to what the Department of Homeland Security oversees. We're talking about everything from immigration enforcement to FEMA and their response to disasters. Now, this is the first time DHS Secretary Kristi Noem is appearing before the House Committee on Homeland Security. And today's hearing, which is ongoing, is titled A New Era of Homeland Security, a review of the fiscal year 2026 budget request. That budget request is sizable, around $175 billion for DHS. That's $44 billion more than last year's budget for the agency. Secretary Noem said the additional money is needed to, quote, secure the country. Here's how she answered a question on that from Republican Congressman McCaul of Texas.
How will this bill, the reconciliation bill, assist you in your efforts to continue and promote safety in the United States?
The reconciliation bill is imperative to our future in securing our nation. For years previous, the Department of Homeland Security has been neglected. It's one of the larger agencies in the federal government with one of the smallest budgets.
However, Democrats on the committee pointed out that DHS is looking to make drastic cuts to FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Here's an exchange between Secretary Noem and the ranking Democrat on the committee, Congressman Benny Thompson of Mississippi, when he asked her about those cuts.
What is the administration's plan to respond to catastrophic disasters beyond shifting responsibilities to states and local communities who are already telling you they don't have the ability to respond?
Well, Congressman, President Trump has been very clear that he believes that FEMA should be eliminated as it exists today. He believes there's dramatic reforms that need to happen to the agency in order for it to truly serve people in a time of crisis. He wants to empower states and local governments to respond to their people. The federal government would be there for resources, support, much like block grants, but that we need to empower those locally to respond to their people because they know what they need.
The questions around the state of FEMA comes as hurricane season is fast approaching. It starts in just 2 weeks on June 1st and runs through the end of November. And many communities in Florida and North Carolina are still in that slow process of recovering from last year's hurricanes. Holly?
Scripps News